Hey guys, I'm Jeff Sheets here for TrueFire's Guitar Shed. On this episode of The Shed, we're going to dig into blues rock. So we have three amazing blues rock instructors, David Grissom, JD Simo, and Mike Zito. They're going to share lessons to help you get your blues rock chops together. Now these lessons are all individual lessons, but they're taken from full courses that you can find over at TrueFire. So just follow the links in the description below if you want to pick the courses up, or if you just want to check out the tab and jam tracks that go with these lessons. Up first, Mike Zito is going to show us how to get a little bit more expressive in our solos and add a nice vocal quality to them by using half-step bends. Check it out.
Half-step bends, whole step bends. Bending is a big part of my playing. It's a big part of playing guitar. Not all guitar, but blues and country, bending is very important. The bending and vibrato I showed you before was very general. I've certainly do all of these whole step type bends where I'm taking the note here, the G, and I'm bending it up to A, in a whole step. Just a nice whole step bend. Right out of the pentatonic. Okay, but let's talk about half-step bends. The great guitar teacher that I did have, Mr. Duke Michalak, taught me that half-step bends are just the most beautiful vocal-sounding bends on the guitar. And he really encouraged me to work on that. And say playing out of the pentatonic or just, like a blues style. And finding half-step bends. So that's one I played right there. So I'm in D. I'm playing through the pentatonic. Right there, I'm just taking this half step from E to F. To me, it's so singing sounding and so vocal. So I really started to try to apply half step bends into my playing. And I applied it to the pentatonic scales. I mean, most of the music that I play is pretty simple and basic. I play a lot of things in the blues format. I play a lot of kind of in pentatonic and the major scale and maybe the basic minor scale depending on the song. But those half-step bends, finding the bends in the scales or in the patterns that I'm playing, it takes it to a whole other level melodically. And I think just the vocal quality. Let's run the slow blues track again, and I'll demonstrate some of these whole step and half step bends. That's a good combination there. I start off with just your basic whole bends in the blues there, but also threw in some of these half step. Right there, also, musically they work like when we go to the 5, this B right here, bending this B half step up to the C works great over the 5 and the 4. Right there, this on the 1, taking this E, bending it to F, is a great wrap up, to go back into the 1 there. So Now, and back to the 1. So just, try to find through your playing blues, playing country, playing rock, anytime where if you're playing through scales, pentatonic, major, whatever, and find where you can incorporate a half step. A half step bend into your playing really will change, to me, really open up your playing and making the guitar sound more vocal and hopefully more melodic.
David Grissom is not only an amazing soloist, but he is also a great rhythm player. He has a really good sense of rhythm and adding some interesting sounding rhythms to normal 12-bar blues. So in this lesson, he's going to show you how to do just that. Some variations to make your rhythm interesting.
Okay, so let's break down that rhythm performance. On the first pass, I did very much just followed the bass part, but it really incorporates that Texas shuffle feel where you're muting on the upstrokes. Let me show you a little bit to kind of break that part down. So on the upstrokes, I'm basically letting my left hand come up just enough to mute the strings. It's a very percussive effect. On the notes that you hear ringing, again, I'm just pressing down for the duration of that note. The same thing on the 4 chord. The key here is to be able to play the A, the root of the 4 chord, with your thumb. Back to the E. And then there's that real cool 6 minor 5 turnaround, which is the C sharp minor to the B. And again, the voicings of that are really important for me, and I love the sound of open strings. So I'm playing, a lot of people when they play C sharp minor, it's kind of a, folky, beginning way of playing the chord. There's nothing wrong with it, but I much prefer. So in both of those chords, the C sharp minor 7 and the B, you've got the B and the E ringing out. And then back to the shuffle. In the second chorus, I played some chords at the 5th position. E13. To a sus. Again, love those suspensions. So the voicing on that 13. And that's just A, D, E. And again, you can let that high string ring if you want. To the 4 chord and a half step slide down, which is A9. I've kept the E in the top the whole time, so I want to do that again. I want to do it, but I'm going to show you a slight variation. So this is the C sharp minor 7 voicing I played here, using some hybrid picking to sort of get the accents in. To a B7 sus. To the Pete Townsend E chord, just with 1 and 5 ringing throughout. On the 3rd chorus, I went up to the 12th fret and played this D9 chord on the top 4 strings, also utilizing the opening. Just up a half step. To the 4 chord, again with a half step slide into it. Back to the E. Play that E up here with your thumb if you want. And for the 6 minor, the C minor 7, I played a higher voicing. To a B and a B sus. A higher version of our movable power chord, if you will. So 3 different approaches to play over this unique blues form with a 6 minor 5 turnaround.
Finally, on this episode of The Guitar Shed, if you want a little inspiration to fire yourself up to grab that slide and play some cool slide lines, check out JD Simo and this performance where he shows you what can be done with a slide. Well, that wraps up this blues rock episode of TrueFire's Guitar Shed. Remember, if you want to check out the complete courses that we've pulled these lessons from, just follow the links in the description below. As always, I'm Jeff Sheets. Just keep working out in the shed.